The distress signal reached Earth Station Olympus at 03:47 hours, a desperate plea crackling through the void across 12 light-years. The Velkhari homeworld was dying, and they begged for mercy. Commander Anna Reeves stood in the observation deck, her reflection ghosting across the reinforced glass as she watched the last of the troop carriers dock with the station. Behind her, the holographic display showed the Velkhari star system in real time. 3 planets already consumed by the swarm, the 4th burning. "They're asking for evacuation ships," said Roma Chen, her tactical officer, his dark eyes scanning the incoming data streams. "Medical supplies, sanctuary. They're not asking us to fight, Commander. They know they're finished." Anna's jaw tightened. 6 months ago, the Velkhari had stood before the Galactic Council and declared humanity too dangerous for civilized space. They had voted to quarantine Earth, to restrict human expansion, to limit humanity's aggressive tendencies. The motion had failed by a single vote, but Anna remembered the Velkhari ambassador's words. "Humans are warriors wearing the mask of diplomats. They will bring only destruction." Now, those same Velkhari were pleading for mercy. "What did we send them?" Anna asked quietly. Roma pulled up the manifest. "The 5th Fleet, 12 carriers, 4 dreadnoughts, 300,000 Marines." He paused. "We sent them warriors, ma'am." The swarm had appeared in Velkhari space 3 weeks ago, a hive mind species that consumed everything organic, leaving only barren rock in its wake. They communicated nothing, negotiated nothing. They simply devoured. 17 species had encountered them over the millennia. None had survived, but the swarm had never encountered humanity. "They wanted mercy," Anna said, moving to the tactical display. "We're giving them exactly that." The 5th Fleet emerged from quantum slip at the edge of the Velkhari system, and for a moment, even the swarm paused. Roma watched from the command center of the UESS Indomitable as the swarm's sensor organisms detected the human ships. The enemy had numbers, millions of bioships, each a living weapon grown for a single purpose: consumption. Humanity had something the swarm had never faced before: spite. "All units, this is actual," Roma transmitted across the fleet channels. "Remember why we're here. These people called us monsters. Let's show them what monsters do when someone threatens the neighborhood." The battle began not with elegant maneuvers, but with brutal human efficiency. The dreadnought Thermopylae charged directly into the swarm's densest formation, its spinal railgun carving a canyon through the enemy ranks. Missiles with AI-guided warheads hunted down swarm bioships, learning their evasion patterns and adapting mid-flight. Human Marines, clad in powered armor that made them look like mechanized demons, boarded swarm hive nodes and purged them from within using plasma and fury. On Velkhari Prime, Ambassador Salem watched the battle through orbital sensors, his 4 eyes wide with disbelief. The humans fought like nothing in galactic records. No carefully calculated exchanges of fire, no diplomatic pauses, no offers of surrender. They attacked with a primal ferocity that transcended mere tactics. "Why?" Salem whispered to the human liaison officer who'd been assigned to him. "We insulted you. We tried to chain you. Why are you dying for us?" The liaison, a young woman named Anna Reeves, daughter of the commander and volunteer ground medic, looked at him with those strange human eyes that held both warmth and ice. "Because you asked for mercy," she said simply. "And because if we don't stop them here, they'll reach someone else's world next. Maybe they'll reach Earth." She didn't say what Salem already knew, that humans had a peculiar philosophy. They'd rather fight a monster 12 light-years away than wait for it to arrive at their doorstep. The battle raged for 4 days. Roma coordinated the fleet from Indomitable's bridge, barely sleeping, pushing human and machine to their absolute limits. The swarm adapted, evolved, threw new bioweapons into the fray. But humanity adapted faster. When the swarm developed acid spitters, humans countered with alkaline foam. When the swarm bred ships with crystalline armor, humans switched to kinetic impactors that shattered them like glass. On the fifth day, Roma's forces located the swarm's queen mind, a massive organic construct hiding in the asteroid belt, coordinating the entire invasion. He didn't hesitate. All dreadnoughts, converge on target Omega. Marines, prepare for boarding action. Commander Anna Reeves, watching from Olympus, saw the tactical display update. Roma was taking the Indomitable directly into the Queen Mind's defensive perimeter. It was suicide. It was also the only way to end this. "Roma," she transmitted on their private channel, "you better come back." His response was delayed by 3 seconds, an eternity in combat. "Always do, Commander." The Indomitable and her sister ships punched through the swarm's defenses, taking horrific damage but never slowing. Roma led the Marine assault personally, his armor scarred and burning as they fought through kilometers of living corridors. The Queen Mind screamed across all spectrums, but humans had learned to tune out fear long ago. Roma placed the quantum charge himself, in the Queen Mind's core chamber. He had 17 seconds to reach minimum safe distance. He made it with 3 seconds to spare. The Queen Mind's death threw the swarm into chaos. Without coordination, they became merely targets. The Fifth Fleet systematically erased them from Valkyrie space over the next week, hunting down every last bioship until the system was clean. When Roma's shuttle landed on Valkyrie Prime, Ambassador Salem was there to meet him. The Valkyrie fell to his knees, a gesture of ultimate respect in their culture. "We asked for mercy," Salem said, his voice breaking, "and you sent warriors. Why?" Roma, exhausted and bloodied, looked down at the ambassador. Behind him, young Anna, the medic, was already organizing aid stations for Valkyrie wounded. Above them, the Fifth Fleet held position, guardians in the dark. "Because," Roma said quietly, "mercy without the strength to enforce it is just a pretty word. We sent warriors because that's what mercy looks like when monsters come calling. We sent warriors because you needed them." He paused, then extended his hand to help Salem stand. "And because you're our neighbors. And humans protect their neighborhood." As the Valkyrie rose, he finally understood what the rest of the galaxy would soon learn. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't their weapons or their tactics. It was their stubborn, irrational refusal to let others suffer alone. They had pleaded for mercy. Earth had sent something better. It had sent hope, wrapped in armor and carrying a gun.